It's time for circle time. All aboard the learning train. Chugga, chugga, choo, choo. Hands in your lap, find your zippers. We're gonna zip, zip, zip our lips. We're gonna open up our ears. We're gonna listen, listen, shh, shh. So Miss Jenny, we can hear. Color of the week is, what color is that? Black. Good. Do you see my black spots on me and my black pants? I'm kind of a black mess today. Look at your clothes. See if you have any black on. Look around the room. See if you can see anything black in your house. And if not, guess what? You still have black on because everybody, right in the middle of your eyeballs, on the inside of where the color is black. No matter what color your eyes are, everyone has black right in the center in your pupil. All right, letter of the week is, do you know what letter this is? X. Just like that. The mommy is a capital, the baby is a lowercase. Do they look the same? Kind of. Do they sound the same? Always. Now X has two sounds that it makes. It makes the sound X. And it makes the sound Z. It actually makes the sound Z more often. Like right here, xylophone. And right here is an X-ray fish. We're gonna make one of those today at our first center. Okay, come on over. This is our day today. It is one day after Zachary's birthday. Zachy, I hope you had a really awesome birthday. And Reese, she had a birthday last Friday. And I also had a birthday on Sunday. It was awesome. Okay, so what comes after? Zachary's birthday was on April 20th. What number comes after 20? 21. What day comes after Monday? Tuesday. And what month are we in? April. So pull out your hands and say, today is Tuesday, April 21st. The season is spring, winter, spring, summer, fall. I know my seasons, I know them all. Winter is the coldest one. Flowers in springtime start the fun. Summer brings us lots of heat. Colors of all just can't be beat. Okay, let's do our scripture, our Bible memory verse. Whatever you do, do it with all your heart. Colossians 3:23. Let us gather in a circle and kneel for preschool prayer to thank our Heavenly Father for the blessings we all share. Okay, you can imagine to be holding hands with your friends or Miss Jenny, or you can fold your arms and bow your head and just say a little silent prayer in your mind. Okay, after the prayer, we do our Pledge of Allegiance, so stand up. Take your right hand, it's this one, and give it a little kiss. Then take your right hand in there, shake like you just don't care, and glue it to your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, time for the days of the week and the months of the year. Meadow's gonna push play on our song. Thanks, Meadow. Make a 7. 7 days. 7 days. 7 days. 7 days in the week. Sunday and Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday and Friday. And Saturday, 7 days, 7 days, 7 days, 7 days in Okay, now we'll do the months of the year. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, months of the year. Cha-cha-cha. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, months of the year. Cha-cha-cha. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, months of the year. Cha-cha-cha. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, months of the year. Cha-cha-cha. Good job. Okay, next we're going to do our letters. I'm going to mix them all up so they're nice and mixed. So you can have a seat and get comfy. Our first letter that we're going to make the sign for is X. If you look over on the wall, you'll see our color of the week and letter of the week. Color of the week is black. Letter of the week is X. Xylophone. K, kite. F, fish. O, octopus. G, goat. B, bus. V, violin. I, iguana. Z, zebra. Q, quilt. D, duck. P, panda. W, wagon. M, mitten. L, lion. J, jam. T, television. U, umbrella. E, egg. A, apple. N, nest. R, rope. H, house. S, sandwich. C, cake. Y, yo-yo. K, kite. And that's what we started with. So now one hand in your lap, one hand out, making an A. We're gonna sing and sign our ABCs. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, letter of the week, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Good job. Okay, we are going to look up on the wall over by our table at our colors. And then we'll make the signs for those too. Oops, let me ditch my phone. Okay. So if you look over here, these are all of our colors. I'm going to point to the colors and see if you remember the sign for it, okay? What's that sign? Good. red. The sign for this one, do you remember? Orange. What's that one? You got it? Yellow. If you forget one, that's okay. I'll make all the signs too. What about the frog? Green. And the bird? What color's the bird? Do you remember the sign? Blue. Good. Down here to the grapes. What color is that? Do you remember the sign? Purple. The pig? Pink. What about the bear? Brown. And the cute little bunny rabbit? That was our color of the week last week. White. And then the cat. What color is the cat? Do you remember the sign? Black. That's our color of the week this week. Good job. Okay, now I'm going to go over our centers. So come on over here with Miss Jenny. This is our day today. This calendar is also online. I gave one to each of you, but there's one online too if you don't have yours anymore. The letter of the week is X. Color of the week is black. This is our book of the week, Jessica's X-Rays. And under Miss Jenny Loves You and Story Time with Miss Jenny, you'll see I have a video of this book where I read it, so you can watch that one. And then your Bob book this week is book number 10, Peg and Ted. And that is also on Miss Jenny's website underneath Miss Jenny Loves You and Bob Books, and you can read along with Miss Jenny. Okay, so look over here. This is the 21st, Tuesday, the 21st of April. Progress report. So if we were meeting in class together, this would be coming home today. I put one of these in your bag for this week, and this is what it looks like. And this is for your mom or your dad to use, and they can just kind of test you on some of these things. Like what your first and last name is and how old you are, and if you can say the alphabet. And these are just fun little things where normally I'll take you out in the hall. You probably remember when we did that earlier, and I weighed you on the scale to see how much you weighed and how tall you were, and then we tested you on some of these fun things to see what you're learning and how you're doing. So that's something that your mom or dad can do with you at home. Okay, and then our first center is the X-ray fish. We're going to dress our X up like an X-ray fish. And our second center is called What Time Is It? All right, so first we'll do the X-ray fish. And you'll have your X with the pieces on it and a glue stick. Uh-oh, I just noticed, I don't know if my X-ray fish has eyeballs. What? Okay, I went and got some eyeballs so our X-ray fish would be able to see. Now I'm ready to put it together. So first thing you do is slide all the pieces off, and you make a pointy finger, and we start at the top because our letters always start at the top, top, top. It goes crisscross applesauce. Do it again, crisscross applesauce. One more time, crisscross applesauce. Then you make the sign X, X-ray fish. And then this one's pretty easy. It's got two eyeballs that'll go in the middle, and they can look however they want. My eyeballs are a little wonky. Maybe yours are too. And then these parts are gonna go. So this is a little tiny bit tricky. Are you ready? It's gonna slide underneath the letter X. Normally we put the pieces on top, but with the X, we're gonna put these little flappy things underneath, like that. Okay, so now you're ready for glue. You're gonna put a dot is a lot on the eyeball. You can do the whole back of the eyeball if you want. A dot is a lot on the other eyeball. Then, instead of putting it on the back of the piece, you're gonna put it on the front. So you're just gonna go, a line is just fine. Just like that. Then you're gonna tuck it underneath the X. Is that a little crazy or what? And then push it down so it stays on there. Same thing with the other side. Gonna slide it underneath and push it down so it stays on there. And then your lid goes on the top of your glue stick and you're all done. X is for X-ray fish. Okay, our next center is it's called What Time Is It? And we're gonna use this clock here. You guys remember this clock puzzle? We like to play with this sometimes at Center Choice. We're gonna use it today to help us learn about the clock. So a clock has two hands. These are called the hands. The shorter hand is blue on Miss Jenny's clock, and the longer hand is red. The shorter hand always points to the hour, so you can tell what time it is. And the long hand tells you the minute. So what we're gonna focus on today is just knowing what time it is when this big long minute hand is pointing straight up to the 12. When this is pointing straight up to the 12, we know that no matter where this shorter hand, the hour hand, is pointing, we know when this long one is pointing up to the 12 that it is a clock. Okay, so can you do that with Miss Jenny? Say, a clock. Good, your hands are like the big long minute hand. So then wherever this short hand, the hour hand, is pointing to, that's how you know what time it is. So look, right now it's pointing to, straight down to the 6. And the minute hand is pointing straight up to the 12. So we know that it is 6 o'clock. Now what if this hour hand is pointing to the 3 and the long one is pointing right up to the 12? Do you know what time that is? I bet you do. 3 o'clock. Okay, what if it's pointing to the 1? Do you know what it is? The long minute hand's pointing straight up to the 12, and the hour hand is pointing to the 1. That means it's 1 o'clock. Good. So same thing all the way around the clock. So if it's pointing here to the 4, and the long one's pointing up to the 12, you know that it's 4 o'clock. Okay, all the way around. So look, what is that? What number is that? Do you know? 8 o'clock. Okay, that's how it works. What if they're both pointing up though? What if they're both pointing up? Do you know what that is? 12 o'clock. So here is your paper. Can you pull out your paper that looks like this? It says, what time is it? And that's a question mark, so you know it's a question. What time is it? So all of these clocks tell a different time. If you look at the first one, it says, see how the little hand's pointing to the 3? And the long hand's up here at the 12. All of these clocks, the long hand is pointing up to the 12. So we know that all of them are o'clock. Now this one, the short hand's pointing to the 3. So we know this clock says 3 o'clock. What about this one? 2 o'clock. See how it's pointing to that 2? What about over here? 5 o'clock. Bing, let's go down to the next row. 7 o'clock. 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Bing, go down to the next row. 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Bing, down to the very bottom row. 1 o'clock. Oh, remember that's the tricky one where they're both pointing up to the 12. 12 o'clock. What about this one? The short hand's pointing down to the 6. The long hand's up to the 12. 6 o'clock. Good job. So this is your whole paper. Miss Jenny is going to use this puzzle to make a time and see if you can find the time on your paper, okay? All right, let's look for, do you know what that is? 10 o'clock. Now look here at your paper and see if you can find the one that says 10 o'clock. The short hand will be pointing to the 10 and the long hand will be pointing straight up to the 12. Did you find it? If not, I'm going to help you out. Are you ready? There it is, 10 o'clock. All right, now I'm going to change the puzzle clock over here. It's going to be, what time is that? 5 o'clock. Look over on your paper, see if you can find the 5 o'clock. The shorthand will be pointing to the 5, and the longhand will be pointing straight up to the 12. Did you find it yet? Look towards the top of your paper. Here it is. Ding, 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 ding. 5 o'clock. Good job. We're going to do 2 more. All right. Speaking of 2, how about we find 2 o'clock? Look over at your paper. See if you can find the one that the shorthand's pointing to the 2 and the longhand's pointing straight up. Do you see it? Up towards the top. Ding, 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 ding. There it is. 2 o'clock. All right, let's do 1 more. We're going to make it 11 o'clock. So look over at your paper. See if you can find 11 o'clock. Shorthand pointing to the 11 and the longhand pointing straight up. Ding, 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 ding. Good job. All right, you can keep playing with this if you want to. You can just think of a time and then look for it on your paper. Maybe you can even play it with a brother or sister and have them quiz you. But when you look up at your clock, if you have a clock on your wall, like Miss Jenny's clock up on the wall, whenever that long hand is pointing straight up to the 12, you can know that it's o'clock. And you can see where the shorthand's pointing to, what number it's pointing to, and that will tell you what time it is. So if it's pointing to the 3, the shorthand, and the longhand's pointing straight up, you'll know that it's 3 o'clock. All right, I love you. See you tomorrow.